everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellie, and on this channel I budget both mine and my husband's income using a zero-based budget. Is that what it's called? Zero-based budget? Why am I not remembering any words? Like, all brain cells went out the window. But yeah, my husband and I both work jobs where we make variable income, but we do both work for schools, so we have the same payday. We do get paid once a month, so you will see me budget out my paycheck once a month, and then I will also cash stuff it in a different video once a month. So if that interests you, then please subscribe to my channel for more videos. So I can already feel that this video is going to be all over the place just because my brain is done after working today. My bracelet is also like super twisted, but my brain is done after work today. And also, like, this might be TMI to some of you, but a period symptom I have is my brain cannot form words. I can't pronounce things right. It's just like crazy. I don't know why. That's just one of the symptoms I've always had. If you relate, let me know in the comments, because I have not heard anybody else that has the same problem as me. But yeah, just a quick little update. You will see the amount of money that we got paid for this last month. So all of the hours we worked in January, we got paid. Actually, no. If we got paid at the end of January, then this was all for December, actually. So you will see that our paychecks were actually a lot higher, at least mine was, than previous paychecks that you've seen. And that is because I am still in my long-term sub placement. I am a certified teacher right now. I am long-term substitute teaching, if you didn't know, or if you haven't been around here, if this is your first video. And after 20 consecutive days in the same position, I was placed on the salary schedule. And so because of that, I was able to use my bachelor's, my master's degree, and the small amount of years of experience that I have to be placed even higher on the salary schedule. And so that has been amazing, you guys. Like, I have not ever been paid this much. And there's a little bit of good news. My long-term substitute teaching placement was supposed to be done on January 30th, actually, but it has been extended for another month. The teacher that I am covering for or subbing for needs to be out for another month, so that's another month of this pay, which is just amazing. So, like, guys, it's more than doubled. So it's been awesome. I also get benefits. So we will see how long I end up being in this position. As of right now, it is through the end of February, but you never know. Things can change. So let's just get started because I am one to talk. We got paid, again, this is for both mine and my husband's income combined, but this month we got paid $6,785.60. So crazy. Like, I will show you. I don't even remember. Last month we made $4,256, and this was with a little bit, like just a few days, I believe, of being on the salary schedule. And this is for like a full month of being on the salary schedule. So it's been awesome. And this is like with winter break. Like, I don't even think I get paid during breaks. I don't know. But yeah, this was much needed as well. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so you guys can see all of my categories. I'm going to start with my fixed and variable expenses. So let's start with groceries. Last month, if you weren't here to see me budget my money, we upped the amount that we're putting in here to $500. We were actually left with $142 in our grocery fund. But because we got paid this much, I'm not gonna just like start decreasing. I want to just prepare us for future months because I won't be in this position forever, obviously. Like, it could very well, I could go back to day-to-day subbing in March and my pay will go back to like just the regular rate. So I wanna use this time wisely and kind of take advantage of the time that I'm gonna be making this money to kind of prepare for the future. So for groceries, I'm still gonna add $500 and just roll the rest over. Also, the Super Bowl is this weekend, and my husband's birthday is the day after the Super Bowl. So we're going to be celebrating the Super Bowl and his birthday together at our house. So I'm going to be getting probably some more groceries and things. So it's good that we're upping this amount or just staying consistent with this amount. Gas has $86 left over from last month because we also raised the price of this to $300. And once again, I'm just gonna add $300 in there. Our down payment on our house, last month we hit $30,000. And this month, because we were able to have extra income, I'm gonna be adding an extra $1,000. So we're gonna put in $2,000 this month just so we can get more ahead or kind of catch up because we were a little bit behind there on our plan. So we're putting $2,000 into our down payment fund. The reason why our down payment fund is in our fixed and variable expenses rather than sinking funds is because we are renting to own my grandma's house, and we are on somewhat of like a plan and a contract that our rent money goes towards the down payment on the house. So we agreed on at least $1,000 a month as our rent. But of course, if we put more, it's only just going to make the date come sooner. Phone and internet has nothing, and monthly we put in $180. This is for both mine and my husband's phones and our internet. We do this through Horizon. We do this through Verizon. Utilities, there's $239 in there, but we're gonna add $425. We typically add, hold on, I had this already and now I put stuff on top of it. We typically add $325 a month into utilities, and some of these are paid. This is just kind of like electricity, water, garbage all together, but some of these things are paid like annually, some are paid on a 6-month basis, monthly, but this is how much we, like, it averages out to a month is $325, but we decided to put in an extra $100 just to like offset the cost if like electricity was more expensive this month or whatever. So we're putting $425 into utilities this month, and we will reassess next month if we can just roll over the money and put less, or if we just need to consistently put more. Our subscriptions, this is Adobe, Creative Cloud, iCloud, Spotify, Peacock, Netflix all together, and we put in $66 a month. There's already $14 left over from last month, so I decided to just put $60 in there, and that'll get us to over what we need. Student loans, my student loan payment did go up last month to $225. Right now it has $9 in there, and I'm just gonna put the $225 monthly payment in there. Property taxes, we typically put $250 a month. We pay this annually. It currently has $1,000 in it right now, and I'm gonna be adding $250. Our home insurance costs $150 a month. This is also paid, I believe, every 6 months, or it could be annually. I'm honestly not sure, but there's $600 in there right now, and I'm gonna be adding $150. Our car insurance is paid, again, I think it's every 6 months, but it's $90 a month for both mine and my husband's cars. There's $931 in there right now, and so I'm gonna add the $90 for this month. Pets, this is kind of like a revolving type of fund. We try to keep a certain amount in there per month for food and grooming and vaccines and things like that. We also have a Petco subscription that gives us a discount on food and grooming, but we do have 2 cats and a dog, so that can get pretty expensive. So monthly we try to put $250 in there. Right now it has nothing, and I'm gonna add in $300. For fun and dates, this is kind of just like literally what it says, fun and dates. If my husband and I want to eat out, it could be as simple as like just going to get fast food, or it could be as like, I don't know, whatever we want really to put it towards. There isn't necessarily a certain amount we put in there every month. It has $78 in it right now, and I'm just gonna put $200 for the month. We will probably, I mean, it is my husband's birthday month, so maybe we will use this, but we will see. So I'm actually going to add all of this together right now, and I need to put this amount down here, $6,700 $85.60. And I'm gonna take this number and subtract this. But first I'm gonna add up what all of our fixed and variable expenses are. So that should come out to $4,680. And so that, now I'm gonna take this amount. All right, so we are left with $2,105.60 left for our sinking funds. I'm gonna take this $2,105 and put it all into our sinking funds and leave the 60 cents because we are on a zero-based budget up to the full dollar amount. So every single dollar will be put somewhere, but the change I just leave in the buffer. So we're gonna have 60 cents left over for our buffer this month. So I'm going to move on to our sinking funds now. For sinking funds, the first one is Ryan's hobbies. He has 0, and then mine has like a little less than $4. We could just say $3 left. And then I typically do these last when I'm like trying to plan out the budget before filming it. So what was left over after putting everything and dispersing everything was $133. So $133 is going into both mine and Ryan's hobby funds individually. And this is just basically personal spending envelopes on whatever we want to spend on ourselves. That's what these are for. Home, this can be used for anything that we need for the home. So whether it's cleaning supplies, toiletries, really anything to keep our home running. As you can see, we don't have very many like categories. I know some people have like multiple binders with multiple categories, and honestly I'm jealous. I wish that I could be that person, but just what works for our budget right now at least is just very broad categories, but still having categories, if that makes sense. So for home, we don't have anything in there actually, so we're gonna put in $325 this month. For health and wellness, luckily I do have insurance for at least this month now, but I do want to keep building this up just in case my job doesn't continue past February. Right now it has $203 in it. I'm gonna add $147, but I really want new classes, so I feel like this is a good fund to build up. Next is our emergency fund. This has $1,250 in it. We're not gonna add anything to it this month, but in future months I might start bulking it up just a little bit more while we can. Car maintenance has $200, and I'm gonna add $225 just to make sure that we are keeping up with our cars. Gifts has $0 after spending January's money, but I'm gonna be adding $200. In January, it was my grandma's birthday, it was my sister's birthday, and then I also purchased Ryan's birthday gifts in January with January's budget. So we're just gonna start bulking it up now, whether it's for future birthdays or whether it's for Christmas, I don't know, but we're just gonna keep adding money to it. Travel has $600. I'm gonna add $200 to it from this month's budget. But one thing that I wanted to somewhat say, for the past few months, I've been saying the only like trip that I have coming up is my Nashville trip in March, which is still true technically, but today my family kind of started the conversations about taking a Disney trip at the end of this year in December, and so I definitely want to start saving for that. So I'm kind of thinking of like doing some type of like challenge, or I don't know. I just kind of want to figure out how much it would probably cost and then try to save as much as possible for that. So I'm gonna use some of this money in Nashville, but I'm definitely gonna try to save at least a bit of it for our trip in December. And then renovations has $958 in it. I'm gonna add $142. Our renovations fund is honestly used whether it's for renovations or if my husband makes renovation purchases on his Home Depot credit card, then he uses this money to pay off that credit card. My neighbors are playing really loud music outside right now. It's 8 p.m. on a Wednesday. The last sinking fund that we have is for baby. Baby has $300 in it, and right now I'm gonna add $600 Right now, my husband and I do not have kids, but we do want to have kids. I feel like my timeline is like ASAP, but the financially responsible thing to do is wait until I have a stable income, a stable routine and job, and like health insurance. So as soon as that happens though, you best believe I want a baby. But I'm gonna add up all my sinking funds. It should add up, oh, you guys can't even see. All my sinking funds should add up to this amount up here. Actually, I could just leave this and just subtract it. So I'm gonna do that. And it does. Okay, my neighbor finally stopped playing music, so we are good to continue filming, but I'll zoom out a bit just so you can see. We have budgeted every last dollar. Every dollar has a place to go. And we're really building up our savings, like our down payment for our house and travel. I'm super excited for. All of these are really building up. So yeah, that's the budget with me for February. And that's the update on my current job situation. Who knows what March will look like? I mean, March will look similar to this because the way that like school districts pay out, at least in my state, if you work for a month, you don't see that money until the end of the following month. So all of the hours that I work in February, I will not see that money until like March 30th or whatever the last working day is in March. So because I know I'm working this certain amount of hours in February, I know what that money will look like at the end of March, but I don't know what March's hours look like. So I guess in April, when I come back in April, things will look differently for sure. Or maybe they won't. Maybe I'll still be in this position. That is a possibility. So anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna get to filming my cash stuffing. If you wanna see all this money cash stuffed, then please stay tuned for my next video that will be coming out after this. I try to get them up the day after, but honestly, you guys, with editing stuff, we will see if I have the motivation after school and if I have the time after school to do those things. But it will be coming, I promise. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you like this video, please give it a like. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be my cash stuffing for February. Bye.